Shabbat Shalom. I tell a story about a fellow, a Polish guy, who went to the optometrist to get an eye exam. And the eye doctor tells him to look at the chart and asks him if he can read the top line of the chart. And he looks at the letters and it's C, Z, S, X, S, T, C, W. And he looks at the eye doctor and says, "Can I read it?" "What do you mean? I know the guy." You know, we just finished 2020, and today is the first day of 2021. And today, we realize what 2020 hindsight is. A year ago on this day, we had no idea what we would go through in the year 2020. But now in hindsight, we have clarity. But today, we have to look forward, and we ask ourselves, what is the lesson of 2021? And perhaps the lesson is that sometimes having perfect eyesight is actually not good. Sometimes our eyesight should be a little imperfect, not 2020. Let me give you a little Hebrew lesson. There are two letters in the Hebrew alphabet. One is the shin and one is the sin. They look identical, but the difference is that the sin has a dot on the left side. The shin has the dot on the right side. Now, what is the difference? The difference is that sin has the S sound. Shin has the SC sound. Sin is the softer S. Shin is the stronger S. And the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, the sixth Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchok Schneerson, said that his father once asked him, "Why did God give us two eyes?" And his father told him that it's like the two dots. The left dot on the left side of the sin and the right dot on the right side of the shin. The previous Rebbe said his father said to him that some things we have to look at in life with emphasis. That's why God gave us a right eye. Some things we have to use the weaker eye, the left eye, to look at. Meaning when it comes to spiritual matters, righteousness, goodness, kindness, we should use our right eye to focus on those things and prioritize them. When it comes to materialistic things, pleasures of the world, we should use our weaker eye to look at it. When it comes to looking at someone else's flaws, we should use the left eye, the weaker eye, like the sin, the softer letter. When it comes to seeing someone's virtues and qualities that are good, we should use the right eye to look with emphasis. You know, there are two words that people often interchange, but they're actually different. One word is fact, and the other word is reality. The truth is that fact and reality are not one and the same. This week's Torah portion is called Vayechi, and he lived. But the very first verse talks about Jacob dying at the age of 147. And so rabbis ask, why is it called Vayechi, this parsha, if it begins with the passing of Jacob? And the Talmud says the following, Ma zaro b'chayim, afu b'chayim. The Talmud asks, how could you say that Jacob never died? And the rabbis say, because just like his offspring are alive, he is alive. Sometimes, the rabbis are teaching us, something seems like the fact is he died. But the Talmud says no, Jacob our father never died. Why? Because as long as his offspring are alive, he lives through his children and through all of his descendants, the Jewish people. Sometimes you look at a person and you say, the fact is he's not a nice person. But that's not the reality. The reality is that he's really a good person because every person is good. The fact is a contradiction to his true nature, his true reality. Sometimes you think the fact is someone died, but the reality is they're very much alive in this world through their goodness and through their righteousness. And so 2020 means I have perfect vision. I could see the fact the way it is. But 2021 perhaps is the year that we have to learn to use our right eye to see what the truth is, not just our left eye to see what is factual. I find it fascinating that many times people do fact-finding missions or feasibility studies, and they come back and they say, it's just not feasible. It's just not doable. The facts on the ground say it's not possible. And then there's one person who says, you know what? With Hashem's help, anything is possible. We're going to do it anyways. And it becomes a huge success. And the answer is, you know what? The facts isn't always the truth. Sometimes the facts say one thing, but the truth is something else. I feel very blessed here at the Palm Beach Synagogue because I'll never forget when we got a call in 1994 to come help a few people start a local Orthodox synagogue. I got a call from someone who said, you're wasting your time. there is no room and no need for an Orthodox shul in Palm Beach. There are no Orthodox Jews there. No one would be interested. But Dini and I decided we were going to go anyways. And today, thank God, we have a flourishing synagogue with 370 members because we didn't listen to the facts. We believed in the truth. The truth is that every Jew wants to have a connection to Yiddishkeit. And if you build it, they will come. And I hope that this year will be the year that we will not just look at the facts of life, but we'll look at the truth and the real reality. And the real reality is that with Hashem's help, anything and everything is possible. Shabbat Shalom.